Conservatory's DG-700 pressure and flow gauge. If you have access to one of these units, please work along with me through this video tutorial. First, you should become familiar with the DG-700's general layout and functions. The display screen shows the data being collected and the unit settings. The primary keypad allows you to change operational settings of the gauge. The basic keypad allows you to turn the gauge on and off, illuminate the display, and hold display data. The DG-700 is capable of collecting and displaying two channels of data simultaneously. Channel A data, collected by the input and reference pressure ports on the left side of the gauge, are displayed on the left data screen. Channel B data, collected by the input and reference ports on the right side of the gauge, are displayed on the right data screen. To minimize confusion when operating the gauge, note that the headings Device, Mode, Configuration, and Time Average correspond to buttons on the keypad. Device heading, Device button. Mode heading, Mode button. Configuration, Configuration. Time Average, Time Average. Settings will be displayed above or below the main data screens, as indicated. When the gauge is first powered on, you should see settings for mode and time average, but no settings for device and configuration. This is normal. The mode will be pressure, meaning the display shows pressure in pascals on channel A and pressure in pascals on channel B. First, set the mode function. To set mode function, press the mode button. Now, you should see PR/FL, the pressure flow mode. This means pressure is measured and shown on channel A, and flow in cubic feet per minute is measured and shown on channel B. If you want to change from pressure flow to something else, toggle through mode functions using the mode button. Here, I have selected pressure and flow at 50 pascals. Pressure flow and pressure flow at 50 pascals are the two most common mode settings you will use for basic blower door testing. To return to pressure flow, toggle through the mode settings until you reach pressure, which is the default setting. Pressing the mode button one more time sets the mode to pressure and flow. Once you press the mode button, device and configuration settings become visible. The device setting is the model of blower door fan or other equipment you are using. You will likely be using a blower door Model 3, but whenever you use the DG-700 gauge, verify that the device settings are correct. You can toggle through different devices by pressing the device button. The default setting is blower door Model 3, indicated by BD3. Configuration is adjusted by pressing the configuration button. As with other buttons, you can toggle through the settings to find the appropriate one for your situation. Configuration refers to the configuration of the fan. Is the fan open, meaning are all the covers off, or is it set up with flow ring A, flow ring B, etc.? The default setting on the DG-700 is open. If the fan is not open, then you will have to select the appropriate setting. A1 means you have the A-ring installed on the fan. B2 means the B-ring is installed on the fan. C3, D, E, and back to open. So always remember, these headings correspond to buttons and settings for the gauge. Initially, you should keep time average at the default setting, which is 1. If you do want to change time average, toggle the time average button. Settings include 1, 5, 10, long, and back to 1. This is how frequently the gauge updates the data it is collecting. There's one more feature of the DG-700 I would like to introduce. When you turn the gauge on, the default mode is pressure-pressure. Pressure in pascals on channel A and pressure in pascals on channel B. Press the mode button once and you'll have selected pressure and flow. Pressure in pascals, flow in cubic feet per minute. If you want to change units, press the Units button. So now, your mode setting should still be pressure and flow. Pressure in pascals, and pressure will always be in pascals, but your flow setting now is in cubic meters per hour. If you press the Units button again, you'll have selected liters per second. Pressing the Units button one more time will return the setting to cubic feet per minute. I suggest you toggle through units in different mode settings just to familiarize yourself with the gauge and so you can return to your desired units if for some reason the unit selection changes.